All right, welcome back to MMG. It's been a wild week, real wild. All right, first of all, not financial advice. Consult your licensed financial advisor before doing anything. Stocks, extremely volatile, extremely risky. Do not have anything invested you're not willing to lose or lose sleep over. Have your emotions out. Stops in place. All right, guys. I'm being accused of being a fear monger. Okay? And I'm not. Here's the proof. My first video that I made about this virus, it was January 22nd, a week and a half ago, when it first broke the news. And I was actually downplaying it. And I was like, listen, guys, it's probably not going to be serious, blah, blah, blah. Then what did I do? I did a 180 degree. And 2 days later, I made this video. And in this video, not that guy, in this video, on January 24th, I took it way more seriously. Why is that? I did some research, not like everyone else who's calling me a fearmonger. Listen, I'm not fearmongering. I am concerned. Okay? It's bad. It's really, really bad. I believe it is. I know it is. Because for the past week, all I've been doing is researching this thing. And I was one of the first to even talk about it on YouTube. And I'm sort of at the forefront, and I guarantee you nobody has the information that I have. And I've been getting it from all sorts of sources. There's a couple other YouTubers doing really good work. They're doctors, and they're telling you the truth. They're not downplaying it. By the way, everyone's being censored. Videos are being deleted left and right. Accounts of major alternative news sources are being deleted. So why would the mainstream downplay it and get rid of all alternatives? They don't want the truth coming out because they're not showing you the stuff that we are, that the people are, the private sector, the plebs, right? Listen, these videos I have, I put them together, and there's a video right here in the newsroom. By the way, the people in the newsroom, they know what's going on. And I want to thank the people in the private group and some of the people in the free chat groups who have been giving me sources, because it's a group effort of hundreds of people bringing in, information on this. And then I am looking over it, compiling it, throwing it in the newsroom. That's why the newsroom's blown up. I've blown up my newsroom about this virus, and it's important. It's going to affect the economy globally. Believe me. Listen, it's bad. It's way worse than anyone could imagine. I don't want this. Okay, I benefit nothing from talking about this. I benefit nothing from spreading fear. I don't. I just want to know the truth. I just want to know what's going on for my own benefit and for my followers' benefit, right? That's it. That's all I'm doing here. And I'm telling you, I am really concerned. Like I've prepped over the years for the financial reset, but man, am I not ready for something what's coming down the pike. It's bad. You have to go in my newsroom if you haven't, and you have to watch this video with this chick. All right, and then watch everything else. And that is the only way you're going to really know and see. And you can make your own decisions, whatever. And, you know, take action because you should. Listen, if this all turns out to be, it all blows over, everything's going to be hunky-dory fine, then okay, it's fine. We just go back to normal life. But if I am right in being concerned, then it's very time sensitive and very important that you go and find out everything that we have found out and you take action. And I'm dead serious. You got to get your PPEs, your personal protective equipment, and you have to know what to do. And you have to not touch your face, and you have to take this seriously. Listen, I can't show this video. I can't upload it because I'll be gone. I can't upload it anywhere. That's how good it is. So this is the only place you'll find it. I uploaded it to the chat, to the encrypted chat group, right? The newsroom. And it's the only place you're going to find this. Maybe you could go to this person's channel, but the video is going to get taken down. You have to watch this video. And you're going to shit yourself. It's going to scare you. It'll scare anyone. Like, I'm not scared to die or anything, but I've got plans, I've got goals, I have more to do, right? Listen, I think every government in the world right now is downplaying this, and it's because they're not ready, they're not prepared, and they need time to prepare. Listen, exponential growth. Exponential growth. Do you know what that means? Look it up. Look up the definition. It compounds. It compounds. The R0, it's about 4 to 5 people. So one person, you're guaranteed to get 5 more. And then they're going to do the same. And then it starts compounding and compounding, right? We've watched the movie Contagion. And the numbers that are coming out of China, they're definitely lowballing it big time. Out 100x the numbers that have been coming out, right? Which is like what? Today it's 14,000. All right. Well, this started what? A week and a half ago. Started a week and a half ago, and we're at 14,000 now. So 100x these numbers, I believe. That's what my guess is. I could be wrong. All right, maybe these are real, but I doubt it. That's because they can't test the people. And if you watch that video, the video is a compilation of all the little videos that came out of WeChat, which is like the Telegram or like the Facebook Messenger of like China. And their firewall, by the way, nothing's coming out of that country. Nothing. We haven't gotten anything in like, maybe something might leak through, but it's nothing like a week ago. Nothing's getting out, guys. I don't know how they did it, but how 1.4 billion people can't get videos and this and that. That's because they pass laws where like you get in prison for like 7 years if you share information with the rest of the world, pretty much. Okay. It's bad. Look, they can't stop it. It's everywhere already. If it was really only 14,000 people, right, it wouldn't have spread all around the world like this. Now you can say, yeah, it did. Well, through the planes and this and that. Yeah, correct. And guess what? Those planes are still flying. Right now, they're still flying. I think the U.S. is going to shut off planes from China today, actually. Later today. Today is the 2nd February, Sunday. But guess what? Are they going to shut off flights from the rest of the world? Probably not for a while. And it's going to come from there too. Because that's how fast this is spreading. It's everywhere. Look at this. Everywhere. That's reported, right? And like I said, there isn't like if there isn't sufficient testing. And listen, in the end, it's not even gonna look. There's one in Boston now. Jesus. And I heard there's one in New York as well. The black dots, it's bad. Um, Now, if there's one confirmed case somewhere, that means there's probably many more infected that are not confirmed. That's how you have to look at this. Look at this. This is weird. This little island. Fascinating. Um, all the Chinese, all the people in the world, everyone in the West, nobody in the rest of the world is wearing masks. They're only wearing it in China, and they're all wearing surgical masks that don't block anything. Also, you need eye protection, like air sealed, airtight eye protection, like swimming goggles. That'll work just fine because they'll go through your eye, your membrane. Um, it'll live on a surface for like a day. So, when you go to the ATM, when you go to the cash register, open doors, go to the gas station, you name it, man. Airborne. What does airborne mean? It doesn't mean you cough and people get it. Airborne means you just have to breathe, and maybe you don't even have the sniffles. You're just breathing around people, and they're gonna get it in close areas, right? Like maybe a small room. There's way more information on this. It's all in my newsroom from doctors, okay, and scientists that I've posted in the newsroom. And just in the past like 6 hours, 12 hours, something like that, I've gotten more information. A little bit of good news, a whole lot of bad news. Like terrifying, terrifying bad news. I'm not even gonna talk about it on here. It's in the chat. Links below the video. Um, it's bad. It's not good. It's like a nightmare. It's really nightmare. And this is probably why they're not reporting it. This is why they're and blocking everyone from talking about this. It's a nightmare. And nobody has the information I have. I'm like at the forefront. I've been, breathing research on this, and it's a group effort from the people in the free chats, from the people in the private group, hundreds of people sharing information with me. Then I look over the information every day, like every hour, and it's like becoming my job. And then I share what's important in the newsroom. Links below the video. In the description section, you have to watch that video that I posted tonight with that chick. I added to it. It'll blow your mind. And I think once you see that, and then you read the article below it, I you it's important. Um, if I'm listen, if this blows over, then fine, whatever. You just bought some things that you're gonna use anyways, and you have like some things in case of emergency. But if this turns out to be as bad as I think it's going to, then time is not on your side, and you need to know what's going on for yourself, for your loved ones, everyone, right? And I'm not doing this. I benefit. Listen, I don't benefit from this, from talking about this. I don't benefit from spreading fear. I don't benefit. Okay. The only reason I'm doing this is because I looked into it. Right. I found it fascinating, and then I need to find out if this is going to impact the global economy and China's economy. And then I research and I find more things, and then I go into like deep parts of the web, and and then you find out what's really going on, and then you shit yourself because it's that scary. Um, and I'm concerned. I wouldn't say I'm scared. the only thing because I think I could get through this personally, right? But it's um, it's gonna get crazy, and it's gonna get crazy. I don't know what else to tell you guys. You have to watch that video so you get on my level. A lot of people who are watching this video right now are in the newsroom. Smash them likes, guys. I've been, sharing all this information with you guys. I don't have to. It's just, it's a group effort. We're here to survive and thrive, and maybe we could figure. More heads are better than one, and we could figure out how to. I'm not saying to benefit off of this. I'm just saying to um, to come out of this unscathed. It's not about benefiting. It's literally survival at this point, in my opinion. Listen, they're not telling you guys what's going on. It's because they need to prepare, and they're not prepared. I'm talking about the governments and society as a whole. I think they know that they can't stop it, so they can maybe slow it down from spreading, and that's if every that but that means that everyone needs to wear the masks, the right mask, the right eye protection. They have to wear gloves, and then you have to like perfect hygiene. Another thing that no one's going to talk about. I'm going to make a separate video talking about this stuff, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But listen, the world is not prepared for this. Not even the U.S. or Europe, like the modern first worlds. They're not. And not just that. What's insane is all the Chinese are buying up all the masks, and there's stores in the U.S. all over the place that are empty shelves, and you can't buy anything online. It's sold out everywhere. Don't believe me? Go on Amazon. Go on Walmart's website. I mean, you might find something, but it's for the most part it's cleaned out. And I'm talking about the N95s and the P100 masks. If you could only get the full face, the rubber sealed ones, I mean, those work better. And people aren't buying those because you might look weird walking around, but who cares? It's not about that. Um, and that's crazy. They pretty much bought up the world, not just the U.S., in Europe too, in South Africa, in New Zealand, they're all sold out. Um, so time is not on your side. I'm just warning you. I literally the 23rd, I think, or the first day I made that first video, I went out and I bought a bunch for myself and for loved ones and friends that I know that aren't going to take the appropriate action in time because people like to live in denial. And the people who are downplaying this and telling me that, I'm spreading fear, it's because they are afraid themselves. Because deep down they know that this might be serious, so they're afraid. So a lot of people's first reaction is to downplay something and say, "Oh, stick my head in the sand, everything's going to be okay." Well, I'm a realist. I'm not. I don't lie to myself because doing that is only going to harm you. People lie to themselves because they're afraid. They usually get assholed in life, honestly. So same with investing, right? Um, yeah. Let's take a look at a few things. What else we got going on here? All right, here's another map. This one's not as visual. Um, this is a good source. When I look at these numbers, I just put a few more zeros behind them. 10, not even 10x, 100x these numbers. Maybe not maybe only in China, but maybe not so much in the other countries. But listen, when there's one person confirmed, that means they've been walking around infecting others until they had symptoms. And some people have very mild symptoms and they don't ever go get tested, right? Or even go to the hospital and they're still spreading it. And the long term consequences of this virus can be substantial, the long term. So you might catch it, you'll survive. You'll have like pneumonia type or flu like symptoms. You'll live through it, and then maybe a year from now, you'll get something, and it's just, yeah. Because it might attack your immune system. That's all I gotta say. Listen, I don't want to talk about it, but all the information you need, the stuff I'm not willing to talk about in this video is in the newsroom, and you have to know it, and you have to look at it. All right. China's population 1.43 or 1.44 billion, so 1,440 million. India's population, believe it or not, they've really caught up to China here. They're at 1.38 billion. United States is number third with 331 million, a huge gap down. All right, this is what's important: density per square kilometer. China 153 density. India 464 density. There's already a confirmed case there. Also, they came out with a study. It's in the newsroom. Really, really, really important. That density, population density, not good. Way too many people in close quarters. Like I said, they just have to. It's not going to be good. And listen, if they come out with a vaccine, it's going to take months, half a year, maybe a year to give it out to everyone. What is the mortality rate? How many people die that get it? I don't know. Nobody knows yet, really, because we haven't seen enough people. And honestly, no one's telling us, right? We're not sharing the information. I know it's going to be. I know it's worse than what they're saying right now. Watch that video. It's a lot worse. I'm worried. Very, very concerned. You have to watch that video. I cannot stress it enough. You could go into the chat group, watch a video, and then delete the app. It's a free app. Just go to the Play Store. Or you can even do it on your computer. All right. The United States looks really good for density-wise per square kilometer. So the people are spread out more, which is good. Is it going to matter in the end? No, it's probably going to spread everywhere and to everyone, but it slows it down. That's good. Here's urban populations. So the percentage of people in urban cities. In China, it's only 61%. Only. That's more than half. And again, remember, 1.4 billion with a B people. India and China alone are 1/3 of the world's population. India is 35%. So what I'm thinking is this density is because there's a lot of villages and small towns or mid-sized cities that are just very dense in population. But China has more major cities. And then the US has very big cities as well. But, it has the suburbs and it kind of spreads out. But believe it or not, there's more people living in urban environments in the U.S. Percentage-wise to their own population. Not people number-wise. There's more people in China living in cities than the U.S. because there's just way more people. But percentage-wise, the population. So most of my listeners are the U.S. If you have a vacation home or cabin somewhere, you might want to look into that. Get out of if things get too crazy in the city. But here's the problem. When you start seeing that a lot of people in your neighborhood are getting it, there's probably a high chance that you already might have just gotten it in the past 4 to 5 days, right? Because that's how it spreads. That's how fast it spreads, right? Just saying. So, just wanted to show you guys the populations here. Indonesia. Now, listen, what else matters is how developed the nation is. So, the U.S. and Europe's not prepared for this just because they have modern medicine. The U.S. only has like 100,000 ICUs. And that's what you need to go into to get through this, right? Unscathed if you're having complications. Um, and that's not even guaranteed. Watch that video in my newsroom again. It's not guaranteed. Um, how fast do you think it'll be before they're over flooded and you can't? By the way, doctors and nurses are in China are dying. Guys, it's very infectious. Like the world's never seen anything like this before. I think it's worse than influenza. Um, Indonesia, 273 million. It's number 4. Pakistan. Now listen, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, then Nigeria, Bangladesh. Those countries right there with all those people, they don't. They're not ready for this. You think they have masks? You think they have good hospitals? And no. You think they have good hygiene? You know, practices? Or this is not going to be pretty. It's going to be. I think it's going to be in our lifetimes, and it's definitely going to go down in history, in human history, to be one of the. I believe I could be wrong. Uh, Worst times and epic things to ever happen. So, and I'm not being hyperbolic. With the information I have every reason to believe so. Again, go on the news. Yeah, so I have some good. I mean, this is a good source. The numbers aren't right, but it's a good way to track as it increase, spreads. All right, let's talk about the markets. All right, 6 weeks ago, I called all-time high in the S&P 500 at 3,120. That was about here, right? Or was it 220? No, I think it was 120. It was here, right? This is why I have this arrow. All right, so I called it a little prematurely, and it went up a little higher. A couple hundred basis points higher, it's not a big deal. I'd rather be a month early than a month late. Uh, okay, so this is the beginning of the big correction I'm expecting. I expect this correction to continue, especially now. Listen, according to TA and fundamentals, I was expecting this correction. This virus, it's just icing on the cake. And I believe we're going to see an air drop all the way back down to this bottom of this channel in the next coming week or two. Let's go to a daily chart. This is all air. This is from Repo Madness, the repo market, the Fed juiced the market. I was watching another podcast, a really good one. It's only for private members. I don't share everything with you guys. This guy had dinner, or no, he was at a conference, talked to a former Fed chairman who I believe was on the board during Bernanke, and he literally came out and said, he wouldn't say it in front of other people, but he pulled him to the side and said the truth. And he's like, damn Bernanke, he put us in this mess and now we can't get out. They just have to keep going and print and doing QE and whatnot and all these shenanigans until the system just blows up. There's no other way out. There's no way out. The interest rates will never be normalized. This is it. They just have to keep printing. So, I was really concerned about the global economy tanking and having civil unrest and craziness. With this current event, the NCOV, I'm really I for years I've been, slowly prepping this and that, but I'm not prepared, not even me. Nobody, I don't think anyone is for what's coming. So mixed together. So that's the reason why I think the market's going to drop. Listen, China, a lot of U.S. retirements in China, a lot of money, capital flows from the U.S. or in China, investments as well. Second largest economy in the world engine, and pretty much it's on quarantine. No cars driving on the streets. People are not allowed to leave their homes. Don't know what's going to happen when the food runs out. No banking, nothing. Supply chain completely shut off. What do you think that's going to do to the global economy in the U.S.? A lot of things come from China to the U.S. imports, right? The huge trade deficit, but the U.S. still needs a lot of things from China. Um, and it's not just that; it's just the entire debt Ponzi scheme is going to blow up because of this, in my opinion. I mean, you can't just shut down the second largest economy in the world and not blow up the system. Um, all right, not much. Companies are already pulling out or shutting down their operations. Apple, Starbucks. Like, what do you think this is going to do to U.S. equity market? A lot of industrial things are made and fabricated, and materials are shipped from there to around the world. So, guys, this is it. The top's in, I believe. It could be wrong, but um, and this flu, it's way worse than anyone could imagine. And when the market prices in that, it's it's gonna airdrop, like fall down an elevator shaft. It's not gonna be the elevator down. It's gonna be the door opens, you took a step, the elevator wasn't even there, and you just fell down the shaft. Stairs up, and um, there's a lot of great shorting opportunities, a lot of money to be made. I'm not gonna lie. Um, there's some longs that you could take as well. Metals are they've been rallying all week. The last FOMC meeting, the Powell, you know, he literally said the same things he always says, downplays everything, and then at the end of the meeting, admitted. If you go to my social media, I posted on Instagram, Twitter, and the newsroom that you should go to after this video is done. Um, what he said, he pretty much admitted that they're not independent from the government, right? So they have to uh, they have to do QE, and it is QE. Just because it's not long-term purchases doesn't mean it's not. What else? Listen, guys. I had something good to say. For the meantime, while I'm thinking, let's take a look at my thumbnail. Look at my pooch. Look at my doggo. I just gorilla taped a N95 3M mask to this. He has a pair of sunglasses, stunner shades. Um, Look at them stunners. Uh, he's ready, guys. He's ready to go. If you're not, my dog's gonna survive. Listen, dogs and cats actually spread this. I'm not, I'm not 100%. I'm not a vet. I'm not a doctor, but that's right here. And they do get coronaviruses actually, but they usually don't spread them to humans. But this time around, they are. Uh, let's just say they're not doing very friendly things to the animals. You know, but look at him. Look at him. He looks great. I love him. Um, he's ready. He's good to go. Now, listen, this isn't going to protect him or anything. I just put it on there for show. But I am going to try to make one for him. So, if we ever have to end up going into public with him and walking in the dog park, right? He goes and sniffs other dogs' leftovers and drop, what's it called? Stool. And he might get the you know, the virus that way and then spread it to me. So, well, I'm not even gonna go to the. We're just gonna. I don't know. We gotta figure it out. My yard's big enough where he gets enough exercise anyway. So, all right. What was I gonna say though? I don't know. I had something really good to say. I don't know. Listen, here's the financials. They're falling. Or no, this is the yield. Oh yeah, 10-year yield is dropping hard as I expected. I put this arrow in about 2 months ago, something like that. And gold's going up, and equities are falling down. I put these arrows in a long time ago, before December. So that is going as planned. So are investments. The dollar is tanking, which is funny because usually the knee-jerk reaction is to sell everything and go into cash, and the dollar is tanking. So that's very interesting. Um, maybe it's very interesting. So I'm pointing out, and metals are rising because of that. Gold Sunday the 2nd February. Gold is at 1587. When the futures open overnight, later tonight when the markets open, I believe gold's going to rally like no other. When all of the open interest and the shorts get squeezed, and they will, like the million contracts open, when those get squeezed, and I believe they will because of what's going on globally in this pandemic, right? Um, Gold could shoot up $100. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, like a moonshot. Uh, and silver is at 18, and when that thing gets above 20, it's going to just keep running and running, I believe, because it's been suppressed for so long. And this is the black swan event. I made my last video, right? Black swan event. And nobody prices that in for metals, not even the manipulators, right? The commercials. So, I mean, listen, guys, that's pretty much all I have for TA. I made 2 videos prior to this, but my mic for some reason keeps cutting out, and hopefully this one catches my recording. And I don't want to make a long video. Listen, again, go to my newsroom and watch that video and read all the articles. Watch the doctor's videos. Watch all the information I've been sharing. It's a group effort. You're not going to get that information anywhere else. I promise you. You're not. I've been living and breathing this for like a week. All right. So listen, guys. People in China, they're all wearing surgical masks. It doesn't stop anything. The doctors are running out. The doctors are getting sick. You need eye protection. None of them have that. You need like superb hygiene. Like you're a germaphobe. And let's face it, some countries are lacking in that. Um, so it's going to be really bad. Pray for humanity. We every night. All right. It's in Nepal. It's in India. Look at this. Where's this? Why is this dot like in the middle of nowhere? What kind? It's China or Mongolia. Mongolia's up here. It's everywhere. Japan. So, if there's one place that it doesn't go, you know what I mean. This place. A lot of people went there to escape. Smash some likes. Leave anything in the comment section. I do answer your comments the first day. If you think I'm spreading the fear, smash the dislike. I don't care what you think. I have nothing to benefit from talking about it. Share my video. It's the only way my channel is going to grow, especially after the last few videos I've made. I'm pretty much done here, growing wise. I'm going to try to stay on as long as possible, right? And that's why I self-censor. I'm not telling you guys everything. That's why I keep telling you to go to my newsroom. Just download the app. It's free. Go watch the videos, and then you could delete it. It's not that hard. You could do it on the computer. You could do it on your phone. All right. That's it, guys. In the next video, I'll do more in-depth detail TA. There's a lot of opportunities in the markets right now. The biggest opportunities, actually. There's blood in the streets, right? That's your greatest opportunity. And I'm not saying to be opportunist about what's happening. You just got to do what you got to do to make money to survive and to buy the things that you need to survive, right? For necessity. And if you don't do it, someone else will. I'm talking about like gains. There's stocks you could go long right now that are going to help with this situation. And then there's stocks that don't deserve to be at the valuations that they are right now. They're going to fall if you short it or not. All right. So at least you be on the receiving end, and so you could take care of yourself and your family. All right. So that's how you got to look at it. There's no. It's all going to happen anyways, with or without you. So, I already said goodbye. Smash some likes and share my videos. I feel like I'm missing something really important. I think I've said enough. Just go to the newsroom. You'll know everything that I'm missing on this video. All right, guys. Until next time.